Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel today. Today's episode is going to be revolving around my girlfriend's 2014 Honda Accord Touring Edition, and today I'm just going to be changing the oil on that. So I want to take you guys on a journey. Those who are not familiar with changing the oil on a 2014 Accord, follow along, take some notes. That way we can get this thing done. Should only take about 10 minutes, but you are going to need a jack naturally, some jack stands for safety. What I do have is some Mobil 1 oil and some Mobil 1 filters. So I like to change everything out. Mobil 1, I like the full synthetic blends. So let's get hop into that and let's get this oil changed. So here for her particular car, we do have the Mobil 1 0W20. Also, I have the Mobil 1 filter. Those who are not familiar with the filter you need to get, it is the 1M110A. And this is for the extended performance. It says it does protect from 1 year up to 20,000 miles. However, I do it every 5,000 miles or so on this particular vehicle. Also have my drain pan, also a clean funnel. So I'm going to get this car jacked up, use my jack stands to put underneath the supports, and we're going to climb under this car and get this thing done. So I've used a jacking point on the front of the vehicle here. It's usually identified by a thicker piece of metal. So that's where you want to jack it up. Make sure you get it high enough to get the jack stands under there. So I got to go up a little bit further, but we'll go ahead and get that knocked out. Next, you want to locate your drain bolt, which is located right here, and it's actually a 17 millimeter. So I want to make sure that I have my drain pan underneath. Then I'll go ahead and get this crack loose. Once you have a crack loose, you should just be able to hand turn it. And just be mindful that it's going to get a little messy here. Once the oil is drained, you're able to install the bolt. I went ahead and cleaned up the bolt just to make sure everything is good. Always good to have a rag handy. Doing a little change can sometimes get a little messy, but I'll go ahead and wipe my hands off here. I'll clean up around filler for the bolt. Go ahead and tighten that down. Not too tight, enough that it's snug. And then we'll move over to the oil filter. So next is the oil filter, which is located right behind the wheel here. So we'll go ahead and twist that off. I'll move my pan under because you're going to get a little messy here with this. And then we'll put the new filter on. Go ahead and turn that off, wait for that to drain a little bit, then we'll clean that up a little bit and add the new filter to it. So with the new oil filter here, what I like to do is take the new oil filter, put my finger in the oil, just go right around this gasket here. That'll help from preventing it from getting stuck when you try to take it off for your next oil change. So now that this is done, and I know some people recommend putting some oil inside the filter. I don't really do that, never really had any problems in the past, so I don't really do that, but you want to make sure you fill your oil capacity to the recommended specifications. So let's go ahead and get this oil filter on, then we'll top it off. And again, we're just going to make sure this is nice and clean, so I don't have a lot of residual oil everywhere. Of course, you want to make sure you get the frame and all that stuff underneath. You know, get some of that extra oil off. Helps from saving spots in your driveway. And plus I like things to be clean. So once you get that, we'll install the new filter. And I just like to get it nice and snug using hand tight method. Just to where it stops moving. Alright, so now we're done underneath here. We got the drain bolt nice and tight. We got the new filter on, and now we're just going to add some fluid to it, and we should be good to go. And always should make sure you check to make sure you got the right amount of fluid you need to put in there. So this one here is a 6-cylinder, requires 4.5 quarts. I got a 5-quart jug, so you want to make sure you put the proper amount, and definitely make sure that you check that after you've installed that. Go ahead and remove the cap. Place this in. I can use the funnel to make it clean. And install your oil. One thing I'll mention is when you get these 5-gallon jugs or 5-quart jugs, on the side, on the right hand side here, you can see the indicator. So I got about 1.5 more quarts to go, and that'll give you the perfect amount of oil you need for your car. Alright, so about 4.5, maybe a little dab more, and then we're good to go. And just make sure you got a rag handy so you can catch any of the residual that is dripping out. I like to clean the area here before I put the cap back on. And she's done. Now, having the user manual handy is very, very helpful. This is going to show you exactly how to reset your maintenance required light. So we're going to hop in the car, go ahead and see if we can get this reset. I think it's around 10%, so we'll get that back up to 100. So with this Accord here, it's telling me to go ahead and turn the power to the on button, on mode. So we have that on, we got the accessories on. Down here we're going to press the buttons up and down. Minus the fact I got to change my battery. So we get it to the maintenance request light here. Press the select button, which is on the steering wheel here. We'll get it down to, there's the oil life. Vehicle settings. Move it down till it gets to the maintenance reset. Press the select button here again. Now it goes down the reset. You want to select it down the reset, press the select button again. And cycle through, and now we're at oil life 100. So we're good to go. She's okay to drive this car now, and we're good to go. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for today's video of how to change the oil in a 2014 Honda Accord Touring Edition. If you have any questions, comments, please comment below. Thank you guys for watching the video. Please hit that like button, subscribe button, and feel free to make any comments below. And have a great day, guys.